Hey everybody, it's Lo and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a super quick meal prep with me, so if you want to see that, then just keep watching. Pre-pandemic, I used to meal prep all the time for work just because it made it super easy and I saved a lot of money of not having to order things to the office or having to go out and find lunch somewhere. And once I started working from home, I really stopped doing that, and I never really did like a full, every single thing was prepped out in advance. I love doing like ingredient prep and I want to get back into doing that. It's something that I've thought about doing for a while, and my therapist has told me that I should do it because I've been seeing her for a few weeks now, and one of the things that really causes me a lot of stress and overwhelm in the day is having a super stressful day and then not feeding myself and then getting hangry and just like feeling worse. And it's something that I wanted to do, and I know that having these ingredients ready will just make it super easy to actually eat lunch and feed myself during a super busy work day, which is pretty much every day. So I'm really excited, and I just got a few things to ingredient prep and it shouldn't take any longer than an hour. And I also really haven't done any cooking videos in this kitchen since I moved in here like almost 3 years ago, and it's because the lighting is not great, which you will see, which is why I'm doing the intro out in the very echoey living room. With all of that, let's get started in the very dark kitchen. Maybe lights off will make this a better situation. That's worse. We're gonna go window open, and I'm just gonna brighten this in post. So before getting started, I did just go over to Trader Joe's, and though I don't love their food, produce, everything selection, it's just super easy and convenient. For super lazy days, if you've seen any of my past meal prep videos, this lighting is actually so bad. Any past video, then you'll know that arugula is my favorite leafy green. Zucchini, which they just don't sell individual zucchini, so I'm gonna meal prep some, and the other one, at least one of them, I'll just use for dinner tonight. We're gonna have sausages. Some tomatoes for a quick snack with cottage cheese that I have, or to throw in the salad with arugula, or in the bowls that I'm going to be making with these ingredients. 2 very hard avocados, which I hope ripen up. A very small lemon because I thought we were out, but we still have 2 very big lemons from Imperfect Foods. 2 bell peppers, and part of me was thinking, do I just save one for our dinner tomorrow? But I'm actually just gonna meal prep both because I feel like I'll go through them really quickly. Some already broken down cauliflower florets. I got these just because all the other actual heads of cauliflower were really small, and this saves me a lot of work of having to chop up a cauliflower. Yellow onion, more so for dinner tonight. Some smoked salmon, which I haven't had in so long, and this is a really good one with the arugula. Just avocado, chopped up some red onions, some cucumber, lemon, and olive oil is like a super easy one, which I'm sure you've seen on a lot of like what I eat in a day that I've posted. Some shredded cabbage, also for dinner tonight with the yellow onion. Just a bunch of chicken breasts, about 1.5 pounds, which I will meal prep by putting in my pressure cooker, which I also haven't used in a while. Just haven't been able to like cook and do like fun stuff. It's been kind of like same repeat dinners for the most part. I wanted to get stuff to make my own pesto because they only have this olive basil pesto, and it has sunflower. It was just, it's gross. Don't love Trader Joe's, but they also didn't have any basil, so I can make my own. So I'll just be using like lemon. I have some pico de gallo, just like some little things to be topping off the bowls of the ingredients that I'll be making for this week. To start off, I'm going to pop the chicken in the Instant Pot. This will probably be the fastest part, especially because they are chicken breast tenders, not like the full pieces. But this will also allow it just enough time to cool before I shred it. This is super easy, and I used to do it like all the time. And it's just putting chicken straight in there, and then just 8 ounces or a cup of water or chicken broth. I have these little things that I got from making a meal the other week. They didn't have like the big containers, so I just got the little 4-pack of 8 ounces. So I'm gonna put that chicken broth in there, which will just also make it a lot juicier than just water. But if you don't have chicken broth, then it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna do a little garlic powder, a little paprika, some pepper, and some salt. Just gonna kind of spin it around a bit so it's all even with the spices and the chicken's all flat. And then for the chicken, that's it. And I like chicken, you usually do like a darker meat, especially for dinner, but just because I'm gonna shred this up, this will keep it juicy, and it's just a really good source of protein, which I also struggle with getting sometimes. Put that on, make sure it's unsealed, and I'm just gonna do pressure for 10 minutes. They are such small pieces. And then it just starts. And while this is going, I'm going to chop up all of the veggies. I'm just gonna roast them all in one pan to make it easy, super easy cleanup. I'm going to set the oven to 450 degrees. Just washed all of my veggies, very important to do, and now I'm just going to chop everything up. I've actually decided that I'm going to thinly chop up the zucchini and air fry it in our little Breville over there, so I'll get that started towards the end. I'm going to chop up some red onion, which I already had, some garlic cloves, the red bell pepper, and then put the cauliflower florets as well as some mushrooms, and those are all going to be roasted together in the oven at 450 degrees. I love having garlic cloves just roasting with the veggies when I do a big pan all together. I think it's just so delicious. It's good for the veggies that are cooking with it, and I think just like roasted garlic cloves are so delicious. Just kind of throw those everywhere. Bigger ones I'll cut in half just so they all roast evenly. The red onion, some old one, just like big chunks like that. And then a little bit of the new one, but I want to save some just to have for thin slices for when I make just the salads. If someone has a trick for cutting red bell peppers without the seeds and them everywhere, please let me know, please. Now that I'm looking at what 1 1/4 or 1 1/3 bell pepper looks like, I actually think I'm going to save the rest of this just to also have with cottage cheese. I'll find another use for it, or for dinner tomorrow, because we're going to do mahi tacos. Just because I think, though I would eat it if I did make both of them, it's kind of like a lot of red bell pepper, so I'd rather just save it and use it for something else. This little food hugger, see if that works. That's a weird shape. I'll take it. And last but not least, some mushrooms. All right, here are all the veggies. I did, again, chop these ones pretty thick just because they don't need to be super small, and also because the cauliflower, since it is a heartier vegetable, will take a little bit longer to roast. So that way everything cooks relatively at the same speed. The mushrooms I'm definitely gonna have to take out a little bit early. Now that they're all here, I'm gonna go in with the Brightland Alive, the nice peppery one. And then just do a nice little toss so it's all even. And in they go. Again, the oven's set to 450, and I never really set a timer. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Definitely check in about 15 minutes on the mushrooms, but everything else will probably take around 25-30 minutes. While the other veggies are in the oven, the chicken is finishing up in the pressure cooker. I'm going to just turn on the air fryer to 350. I never really use the air fryer setting. I don't know how to use it. I'm like not the most comfortable with it. So we'll see how this goes. And while that is preheating, I'm going to chop up the zucchini. Do relatively thin. That way it gets crispy. And then this is the air fryer tray that comes with. Again, not the most confident with this one. I thought I had avocado spray to just spray on top, but I don't, so we're gonna do it in a bowl instead. Get them all flat. Perfect timing for these. It is all preheated. Let's see how these go. All right, the chicken has been in here for 8 minutes. I'm gonna move the vent to venting so it can just let itself vent a little bit and not like force it. We'll see. Oh, might be already ready to go. Let's see. Let depressurized quickly. Oh yeah, perfect. I'm just gonna let them sit and cool in here for a little bit while I get out all of my little Pyrex as things are finishing up. These are looking good so far. We're almost halfway through. Air frying though, it makes the glass so splatty. Ooh yeah. I'll take the mushrooms out. Probably now. Now for the chicken. Now that I'm looking at it and just like these juicy pieces, I like don't even really want to shred it. I'm just gonna break it up so it's more like chunks, which I think will be much nicer for some bowls. Just 2.5 minutes left. I might even let it go a little bit longer. Let it go for 5.5 minutes. That would be a total of 15 minutes in there. All right, we're in the last 38 seconds. I think these are looking good. Any longer than that, I think they would all get a little too crispy, like that one at the corner. So I'm excited for these. The moment of truth. The zucchini. Yum. Now that the zucchini is out, all that is left are the other veggies in the oven, which I'm gonna give about 12-15 more minutes to. So in the meantime, I'm gonna turn on the AC because I turned it off to film, and with the oven on, it's quite hot in here. It's been about 30 minutes at 450 degrees, and something that's gonna smell a little bit crispy. I think part of the cauliflower is getting a little burnt, so I figured I'll take it out now. Yeah. I'm going to let this cool. Looks so delicious. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit, stop being all steamy in a few minutes, and then I'll put it into its container, and that's it. And right now it's 4:12. I started all of this at 3:22, so not even an hour. I should turn the oven off. Not even a full hour to do this meal prep, and then running to Trader Joe's was pretty quick just because I had a general idea of what I wanted. So if you have everything, the actual meal prep didn't take too long. You can always add more proteins or just make it even bigger. If Austin was gonna be here all week, I'd probably just do even more veggies and even more protein. That way he can have some of it as well. He is leaving towards the end of the week though, and he's pretty good about actually feeding himself lunch. Like he'll have his Factors, or he'll go to Sweet Green or Chipotle, and I'm always just like not always like here to do so. And I also have like a lot of days in the studio this week, so this will just be so good to have and to throw together, and it's healthy. In a lot of my past meal prep videos, which were actually like years ago since I've done one, I would also typically do like a squash or sweet potato, which I love. Well, I would still love that. It's not something that I'm like craving right now, and although it is squash season, a delicata squash is the best. I'm just like, especially in the middle of the day, something heavy like that, like I'll have a delicata squash, I'll make it some type of like squash or butternut squash for dinner, especially if we know that like tomorrow morning we're working out. But I haven't been craving like heavier foods like that, and still with this I'm able to eat the rainbow. Like I have red, purple, all the good stuff. So I'm really excited for that. And then just the greens, plus the green of the zucchini, the mushrooms, all of it. Tomatoes. I'm literally so excited for this week. So once this cools down, I'll pop it into its container and I'll show you the final results. Look at how good all of this looks. I'm gonna make this outro really fast because when this little camera says it's gonna die, it means it. But that is my meal prep, my ingredient prep for this week. I'm super excited to be getting back into this routine and getting back into it. Again, it took me less than an hour. The cleanup is also super easy. Like I have that tray, I have the little air fried tray, and then the instant pot that my chicken was cooked in. You can pop it all in the dishwasher and just very few things were used, very little mess, but still a lot of ingredients, a lot of color, and a lot of meals and protein that I get to eat this week, which I'm just so excited for. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your meal prep, ingredient prep hacks are and what else you want to see here on my channel. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe. I upload a new video every other Wednesday. So until the next one, thanks for watching.